Thank you.
You're welcome.
Roll the joint, twisted at the end. Cannabis trees my pain, nothing works the same. Grow, grow, grow our plants, give us all a chance. People just cause they know seeds for years to sow. Help, help, help us out, stay beyond the doubt. Medicine is not a crime, don't make us lose time.
In how they treat medical cannabis patients. And we're here to surround L.A.P.D. with compassion. We know they have a choice in how they treat medical cannabis patients, and we want them to choose to protect their rights under state law to have the access to the medicine that they need to live a life without pain and suffering. We are here to ask the L.A.P.D. to show compassion for the sick and dying. We are Americans for Safe Access. We're a national coalition of patients, doctors, lawyers, and patient advocates who work to defend medical marijuana patients' rights to their medicine. We've been working with cities and counties around the state, including Los Angeles City and County, to get them to pass reasonable regulations to facilitate safe access for patients and to protect communities. We promote you never, ever, ever consent to a search. This is your right under constitutional law, and no Patriot Act, no other law can supersede constitutional law. Your medicine is not illegal under state law. You do not have to self-incriminate yourself, ever. You do not have to do that. So whenever they ask you questions, tell them you have nothing illegal on you, because that is the truth. Yay! There's Know Your Rights cards. Make sure you get one. They go through the 3 levels of encounter with law enforcement, and they have the magic words. Magic words. Let's do them all together, everyone. I do not consent to a search. 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 Woo! The second set of magic words. I'm going to remain silent. I want to see my lawyer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to remain silent. I want to see my lawyer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to remain silent. I want to see my lawyer. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I didn't know this morning quite what the weather would hold. This is a beautiful afternoon. I think a wonderful afternoon to be out here to send a very positive message to the L.A.P.D. that we simply want them to adopt the policy that the California Highway Patrol adopted. It's very, very simple. The CHP had a policy of confiscating medicine from patients, regardless if it could be proved medical or not. It was their policy to take all marijuana. So patients were having their medicine seized. And we figured this isn't right. Patients have to observe the law. Shouldn't the CHP have to observe the law? And if it's a legally qualified patient, then they shouldn't have their medicine seized. And so Americans for Safe Access sued the CHP, and we won. They have a written change of policy now that if a patient can demonstrate that they're medical, they're not going to seize that medication. And we know it's not easy. We know that the police have a very difficult job making a distinction between what is medical and what is not. From the law enforcement officers I've spoken to, they're not very educated about the law. They don't know about Proposition 215, SB 420, and things of that nature. So we'd also like to let the LAPD know, work with us. Americans for Safe Access can educate you on how to determine what's medical, what's not. We can look at safe access guidelines so that patients don't have their gardens wrongfully taken from them. So we want to work with the LAPD on this. The other thing, we want to make sure that the LAPD does not cooperate with the DEA. We want a policy of non-cooperation, so if the DEA decides it wants to come in here and bust our medical cannabis pharmacies, the LAPD is not going to cooperate with them, that we're going to work together, we're going to have good ordinance, good regulations here in LA City and LA County, and we're going to tell the DEA, butt out. We do not need you here, we can take care of ourselves.
Another tire.
Marijuana is medicine. It is one of the
the safest substances known to man. It has never caused a death in thousands of years. It is much safer than alcohol. It is a much better choice for recreation as well as medicinal uses. As a medicine, it stops nausea, it stops pain, it helps us to sleep, it helps us to be creative, it stops stress, and it does not cause any ill effects. It does not increase domestic violence the way that alcohol does. L.A.P.D. has been very tolerant so far. We want them to continue this. We want them to continue protecting our rights. I know there are police officers out there that do believe this is medicine, but they're afraid to say anything. I have had policemen call me and ask me how to deal with patients. So we are making progress. There are police out there that are rational, if we can just find them and get them to speak up. So we're all here to send a message to the L.A.P.D. that we appreciate their support up to now, and we hope that they continue it. We do not want to see them go and leave us without protection, because marijuana is medicine, and it is our right to use it.
You know, we've had this movement going, and it's been helping people, and they've been busting my friends, and people have been dying, and this is absolutely ridiculous, because this medicine has been a medicine for over 5,000 years, because you know the medicine helps you, it helps me, it helps people in 11 states, it helps people in the other states. This is a cruel and unjust administration that attacks and arrests sick and dying grandmothers for medical marijuana while they're stealing oil in Iraq. You know, when Scott Imler and myself opened that first club in West Hollywood in 1986, that was one club for 11 million people in Los Angeles. Today, 10 years later, we have 150 clubs in the state of California, and we have about 40 to 50 medical marijuana facilities in Los Angeles County now. There's 88 cities. We're not done. And Chief Bratton, when I met you and you said you had no problem with medical marijuana, well, you can prove it now by following what ASA has asked you to do and by meeting with their representatives. God bless you all, and don't forget to vote in June. Thank you.
It's up to us. It's not up to anyone else. It is not outside of ourselves. It is up to us. So get active, be involved, do it.